Hey yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of Chico Crypto, coming to you out in the backyard for a special candid video on this beautiful Thursday in California. Things aren't looking too beautiful for Bitcoin. As of right now, Bitcoin is hanging on to critical support. The critical support of 20K, the last all-time high in our last bull run. As of right now, we are just below it at about 19,700. And so for the past month and a half, I've had some serious backlash and hate for being bearish and calling for a bottom in September. The reason I think this is because previous cycles have told me this is going to be when Bitcoin is going to bottom out. So personally, I still think we are going to have one more big dump, taking Bitcoin possibly down to 14.5K sometime in September. I've predicted between September 19th and September 23rd. But let's talk about the Black Swan event. This is worse than something that could come in September. So, Binance and their CEO, CZ, are being investigated. May of last year, it was announced that Binance was under investigation by the Justice Department and the IRS for violations of the Bank Secrecy Act. Well, it's been a while and we haven't heard anything, but today reporters are reporting. I think Reuters was the one who dropped it, but supposedly the Justice Department wants communication between CZ and 12 big Binance executives. And in the article, they say they're looking for company records that were instructed to be destroyed, altered, or removed from Binance's files or transferred out of the United States, you guys. So this isn't good. This would be a black swan event for the crypto markets. If Binance was to be charged and CZ was to be charged by the US and US officials. So it wouldn't be the end-all be-all, you guys, because we've had a similar thing happen with BitMEX. BitMEX used to be one of the largest exchanges in the crypto markets, and then in 2019 we got, information that they're being investigated, and then eventually it was announced, that Arthur Hayes was, being charged. Of course, the markets took a pretty significant dump when that news came out, but BitMEX didn't go anywhere and the markets recovered. So this wouldn't be good, but it wouldn't be the end-all be-all of the crypto markets. Now, a lot of people are like, well, this is old news, this is all the way back, 2020, 2021. Why is this being brought up? Well, this means that the investigation is still ongoing. They haven't closed it. So they are still looking into Binance and CZ and, did they violate the Bank Secrecy Act? Did they have enough checks for anti-money laundering, KYC? And were they looking to get U.S. customers? Because as we know, all the way up until 2020, maybe early 2021, U.S. residents could easily get a Binance account. So that is very, very dangerous. But we got to talk about another Black Swan event. The past couple of days hasn't been good news for the crypto markets. It was announced yesterday that Washington, D.C. was suing Michael Saylor for tax fraud, and they were also going after his company, MicroStrategy, for shielding him. So a lot of people are like, whoa, well, that could mean Michael Saylor, if he does get charged and he does get some massive fines, that would mean he would have to dip into their Bitcoin stash and, dump those coins, He is one of the largest holders of Bitcoin out there. So this isn't good that he is being investigated. But kind of interesting, at the same time we have one of crypto's biggest exchanges, you know, news comes out that the investigation is still ongoing, and then one of Bitcoin's biggest bulls, Michael Saylor, is also getting hit. It's like the 1-2 punch. It almost seems like we're in the fight you stage. We definitely are in the fight you stage. But then there was this final Black Swan event. Oh no. And this is actually coming in September. It was announced late last night, early this morning, that the Mt. Gox coin. So there was rumors going around that they're going to be released at the end of August. Well, we got new information. It's a document that's spreading on the Mt. Gox repayment plan that says the repayment is happening September 15th, right on the day of the merge. Well, again, you guys, this is just FUD. This isn't the repayment. I've been seeing some Mt. Gox creditors saying that repayment actually won't happen until 2024. This was basically just a date when they couldn't transfer credit around or something like that. It isn't the repayment dates. It isn't coming September 15th. That is just a bunch of FUD. But we got to talk about something. So the Ethereum Merge is coming, you know, on September 15th. I've had this theory for a while. You know, the Ethereum Merge is big for Ethereum. It's basically when it's moving from the proof of work algorithm of, you know, what Bitcoin uses to proof of stake. Now, this could be cause for the flippening, you know, for Ethereum to become better than Bitcoin and eventually flip it. Now, the Bitcoin whales, the Bitcoin maxis, they do not want Ethereum to look good during this merge. So again, I really think the large Bitcoin whales aren't going to have a big pumping market in September because they want, you know, things to look bad during it, you know, for the merge to go under the radar because the markets are, you know, getting trashed. So there is that out there, you guys. Be careful of the Bitcoin whales. I have a feeling they aren't going to let the markets pump in September because they want Ethereum to look as bad as possible. The next thing I want to talk about is regarding inflation. So one of the biggest dates, I talked about this yesterday. I actually got a lot of hate for my video yesterday. People were, you so bearish, oh, Tyler. Rah. But Eurozone inflation came out, and it came out higher than last time. So is this an indicator that US inflation is going to increase once again? That could be the 1 punch in September. The 2 punch could definitely be the Fed FOMC interest rate decision. The next thing I want to talk about is my GMX short. So my last candid video I did, I said I've done something that I said I would never do, and that is leverage trading. Now, the reason I said I would never do leverage trading is because of the centralization of it. So when an exchange, let's say like Binance, you know, has leverage positions, they can see the liquidation levels of every single position on their exchange. They know how much they need to pump it or dump it to liquidate the most money. Now, decentralized leverage trading isn't bad because it is decentralized. There is no centralized entity that can, you know, manipulate the prices to liquidate. So again, you guys, the difference between centralized leverage and decentralized leverage is enormous, you guys. I'm a decentralization bull. I hate centralized products. I hate centralized entities. And leverage trading is a financial tool. It's just a shitty financial tool, especially in the world of centralized companies. If it's decentralized, it's not bad. But getting back to the Ethereum Merge, I'm pretty excited. I don't know about you guys. Of course, you know, there is those forked coins, you know, that are coming. But also, the Ethereum Merge is going to increase the APY for staking ETH. As of right now, it's like 4.5%. But after the merge, and once all the transaction fees are going to the proof of stake validators instead of the miners, it's going to bump up. And as of right now, predictions are it's going to be about 8.8%, which, yeah, that's very nice. And the final thing I want to talk about is Pocket Network. So I'm a big bull on Pocket. I'm big on infrastructure coins like Chainlink, and Pocket is major infrastructure for Ethereum and multiple blockchains. It's a decentralized RPC server. Now, one of the reasons we've had, a downtrend with Pocket is because they were in their growth phase and they had extremely high token emissions for the validators or the Pocket nodes. Now, these emissions are soon going to be cut, and cut massively. So that does necessarily mean that we are going to see some price increases. We're already starting to see it. Pocket dropped out of the top 200, but it's pumping right back into it. And also there is Rep Pocket coming, which is Pocket on the Ethereum network. So a lot of the DEXs, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, they can start listing Pocket, and liquidity pools can start being built. Well, I appreciate you tuning in, you guys. It's the Black Swan event is still on the table, you guys, and it could trigger a major collapse. I don't think it's going to come in September, but it could come sometime next year. Well, appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow with a great real yield video. Peace.